Hey everyone, it's Ashley and I'm back with a Dollar Tree book review. So as some of you guys may know, I am an English major and I also do some freelance writing on the side, mainly business writing. But whenever I have a free moment, I love to read, and I was lucky enough that my friend Mama Karina here on YouTube, I'll leave a link to her channel down below, sent me this book to read. And it was definitely a great, interesting read. So the book I read was The Prisoner of Heaven by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. And this book was actually set in Barcelona in the mid-1950s, and it was written originally in Spanish, but it has been translated into English among a whole host of other languages. So the protagonist for the story is Daniel Semper, and he is the son of a bookshop owner, newly married and just had a baby. He's kind of written as kind of an analytical sort of person, kind of quiet and innocuous, someone that most people wouldn't pay much attention to, but obviously intelligent and very caring. And one of the people that he definitely cares a lot about is someone that we meet in the novel named Fermín Romero de Torres. And he also works in the shop, and he's kind of an interesting character. What you would think of, as a typical macho, kind of outgoing, loudmouthed sort of guy. But we don't know a lot about his past, particularly. Basically, this mysterious stranger arrives and leaves kind of a cryptic message in this book aimed as a threat towards Fermín. And as he does so, Daniel decides that he's going to follow him to kind of learn who this man might be. As the novel progresses, we learn that Fermín is newly engaged and soon to be a father. The only problem with becoming married is, unfortunately, his name is not actually his own. So we learn from Fermín kind of the story of how he came to have a name that wasn't really his, as well as his mysterious past. As a true Gothic novel, the story centers around Fermín's imprisonment, and within this prison were a variety of different characters, some unsavory and some political prisoners as well. As the story progresses, we learn from Fermín's point of view what life is like inside a prison during that time period, and unfortunately there was not a lot that was positive. The author describes it in kind of a way that makes you feel immersed into kind of the heaviness and the dreariness and kind of the cooperation that evolved between all the people that were in the cells. So he learns that his next door cellmate is actually who they call the Prisoner of Heaven, and this is Senor Martin, who is actually an accomplished writer. Unfortunately, the warden has a huge grudge against him because Martin had told him that he was a terrible writer. So that continues in the story, and there's a little plot alongside with that. But the prisoners are working together to come up with an escape attempt, and the head of this escape attempt is actually Senor Martin. So we learn, why does Martin stay behind, and who is it that they choose to go out? Although the book is excellently written, there are some points in the story that are quite vague, including there's a mysterious key, a library, and the book leaves you a little questionable about what happens with Daniel's future. So The Prisoner of Heaven is actually the third book in a series involving these two characters, and after reading this standalone book, it makes me want to go back and read the first and second books so I can get more context and depth on these characters. I found them quite interesting, definitely relatable at some points, and I think that they are very well written. This book is definitely what I would consider an easy read, and it accurately represents the Gothic novel genre. It's definitely very descriptive and dark and mysterious and interesting, but without being boring. So this would be definitely what I would recommend as kind of a vacation read, or if you enjoy reading something that makes you think and question and kind of analyze a situation. Overall, I'm really happy that I read this book. I will definitely go back and see if I can find the first two books to read, and I would rate this 4 out of 5 stars. So definitely pick this up if you have the opportunity at the dollar store. It runs $25.99 normally, and at the dollar store only $1, so a bargain read for sure. I hope you guys enjoyed my quick Dollar Tree book review, and if there are any books in particular that you're interested in hearing a review on, please let me know in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye!